Hello guys, welcome back to this Manchester City Retro Career Mode. This is Chris aka Big Will, and today in episode 10 we have a derby game against Stockport County, and that is followed by an away game away at bottom club Bristol City. As you can see by our form, we're currently in 11th place in the league, and we had a really tough run of games after we got beat by Norwich, and as such form did dip slightly. We Over the three games, we conceded 11 goals in three matches, and we only scored the one goal, which was against Norwich. But since then, we had a decent cup tie win over Everton. We managed to beat Port Vale by 3 goals to nil. Danny Murphy has been in very good form in these recent fixtures. A 0-0 draw against Tranmere. We were by far the better team in that game, but we just couldn't convert. We ended up offside quite a number of times. A solid 3-1 win over QPR. Again, Danny Murphy was instrumental in that, but Jamie Pollock grabbed man of the match with his 2 goals. And then Danny Murphy again with 2 goals in a 3-3 draw against Crewe, where Kevin Russell scored a hat-trick. There is also a cup tie at home to Bolton Wanderers in the middle of those two games, which I will play off camera. Hopefully we can continue our really good run in the Coca-Cola Cup. So as you can see by our form, Danny Murphy has been spearheading everything so far. Hopefully he can do so again for this big derby game against Stockport County. So in terms of the league table, Stockport County are currently in 16th place, while we are 11th. Like I say, we're unbeaten in 4. So hopefully we can push on and get another good result in this game. We've also confirmed a few signings which will be coming in January. And I will not confirm with you who they are until that January transfer window opens, but we have managed to strengthen ourselves defensively and up front. And the player that we've signed up front has actually already joined the club, but unfortunately I can't register him for the squad, so therefore he isn't in until January, when I can make some squad changes. So hopefully, with us being at home, we've still got a really decent run of form at home. Hopefully, with that in mind, we can get another good result against Stockport County, a very local rivalry this one. And within a minute, we have an opportunity with a throw in here from Rory Delat with Sean Goulter on the right hand side. He looks to play it backwards, but Briscoe makes a good challenge. And he finds Hodges, but it's a good tackle by Delap as Danny Murphy finds Wright Phillips and into Craig Russell, who's got a chance, and it's in. It's only his 3rd goal of the season. He's had a poor run of form, Craig Russell, recently, but that is a really, really good start to this derby match for us. And the goalkeeper there for Stockport County is Carlo Nash, who did actually play for City for a few years in real life as well. I don't think he'll be good enough to play for us at this point. So his career will take a different path, as have many others. As he tries to deliver forward, we've won the header, and Danny Murphy looks to play it forward here. He's got Jamie Pollock in support, and Jamie Pollock has got there, and he strikes, and I think it's gone wide in the end. Carlo Nash just about managing to keep it out, but we're looking very positive at the start of this game here. Sean Wright Phillips with a set piece, in it goes. Darren Purse tried to attack it, and it was headed away by on loan striker James Beattie, who's 21 as things stand in this career mode. And again, with the way his career developed, he was always a decent striker, but he was plagued by injuries, unfortunately. So in the future, he might be someone that we look at, but we'll have to wait and see. Here comes Lee into Sorvel. Now James Beattie for Stockport County into Neil. Neil on this right hand side cuts in, looking for James Beattie again. Brilliant tackle by Darren Purse, who did miss a couple of those big defeats, by the way. Darren Purse, he ended up out for a few weeks with injury, but he came back in the last couple of games and he's looked quite reasonable, to be fair, apart from against Crewe when we conceded those 3 goals. And Sean Goulter's in the centre, and a good save from Carlo Nash there. It remains 1-0, but I think overall we are looking the better side here. Sean Wright Phillips with a corner. In it comes, looking for Jody Craddock at the far post, who couldn't get onto it. We still have possession here. Craig Russell decides to play it back to Craddock. Michael Brown into Darren Purse, and the chance just dissipates. And we continue to dominate here. We've had the majority of possession with 60% so far. And in terms of shots, Stockport County have just registered their first attempt at goal. But as you can see, with 5 shots on target out of 8 attempts in the opening half an hour, we're looking really strong at the moment. But as I've said before, 1-0 is not comfortable. We need to make sure that we really add to this lead just to give ourselves that little bit more of a cushion. Sean Wright-Phillips with a lovely turn there, and he looks to play it in for Sean Goater, who didn't really react to it, and it was a comfortable claim for Carlo Nash, who delivers it forward, well headed away by Jody Craddock, and Danny Murphy's found space, and that is a brilliant pass from Danny Murphy, and Russell again producing a really good save from Carlo Nash. He's keeping them in the game at the moment. And Danny Murphy again pulling the strings in that midfield with a brilliant ball through, and Craig Russell should have done better with that opportunity. Curry with the delivery here from the set piece, and David Lee has scored for Stockport County straight from a corner. And once again, our lack of ability to convert chances this season is showing once again. It's their third attempt in the match. They've had 3 shots all on target, and in that third they have equalised. And as you can see, we've absolutely dominated, but we're just not converting chances at the moment. Sean Gold's really struggling this season as well, just to get any kind of form going. He's just not getting a run in terms of goal scoring the way he did last season. I'm not really sure how to approach the team talk at half time. We've been very, very good, but I feel like there's just something lacking. Like I say, we have signed a striker, but we can't register him until it comes to January. And he is someone that will definitely improve the side in the short term. But I'm not entirely sure how to go about things at the moment. We're really struggling up front. We are relying a lot on our midfielders, especially with Danny Murphy in there. He has been our main goal scoring threat so far this season, which, with it being a central midfielder, it is always a concern. But again, look at the number of chances we're creating. We're doing so well in that manner, but we just can't seem to convert. And Sean Goldster, we are going to bring off. He's been very poor again in this game. We're going to bring John Macken on. He's not seen a lot of game time and he has struggled. We're going to bring Damien Francis on as well. He's not had much game time either this season. Ilano, as per usual, is going to come off the bench for Sean Wright-Phillips. And despite Danny Murphy being tired, he's been so vital for us. I'm a bit loath to take him off, to be honest. Darren Pearce is struggling for fitness there as well. We'll bring Tony Vaughan on for Darren Pearce. He has a little bit of a poor game so far today. And we'll leave one substitute in the bank until near the end of the game, just to see if we can do any more. I'm going to demand a little bit more from the side. It's Curry here with a set piece for Stockport County, and I'm a little bit concerned here. And in it comes toward the far post, and it's in again from David Lee. He scores his second of the game for Stockport County, and this derby has been turned upside down despite our domination. And once again, we're punished for not converting our chances. And I'm going to demand more again. This is seriously not good enough from our point of view. Jamie Pollock's going to come off for Scott Parker. And yeah, I mean, I really don't know what to do about it at the moment. If we convert our chances, we'll win more games. We're going to go attacking for the last few minutes. It's not going to make much of a difference, I don't think, now. And we have suffered a defeat here in this derby game against Stockport County. Very disappointing. And there's still a lot of work to do, but like I say, our strikers are not scoring goals. And it is a really major concern at the moment. We just can't seem to get it right. And as such, Stockport County are a point behind us. We wanted to be in the playoff area, really. We're going to have a really good run of form in the middle of the campaign to stand a chance at the moment. If we're losing against teams that are around us, I mean, we drew with Crewe recently. Losing to Stockport, of course, is not good either. We drew with Tranmere, again, a poor result. And as I look down, Bristol City actually won 2-0 away at Norwich, which is a huge win for them because Norwich are top of the table. And the fact that we're going to come back for that game doesn't fill me with confidence, to be quite honest. So with that poor performance, I'm hopeful that we can bring it back and do a little bit better. But Carlo Nash has got to be the player of the match for them. He was absolutely outstanding. in that match against us. I mean, you can see by his ratings, his handling's very good and he's got decent reflexes, but in terms of the rest of his attributes, he's not particularly great. But he dominated against our strikers, so you can't say fairer than that. Right, I'm just going to play the Bolton game off camera, and then we will come back for the Bristol City match away. Okay guys, here we go for the away game against Bristol City, but first I just want to check in and let you know a 95th minute winner by our centre-back Tony Vaughan, who managed to bundle in from a corner. We had 4 minutes of added time, and just after it ticked over, he bundled it in for a 1-0 win in the home game against Bolton. We're now in the quarter-final, and I will show you who we play in that game after we've done this Bristol City match away from home. And this is a Bristol City side who did win their last game. However, they have just sacked their manager. So there's been a huge upheaval at their club, and I'm hoping we can capitalise on it and get a good solid 3 points. But we'll have to wait and see how we get on. I've changed Sean Golter's role a little bit to a more advanced position in the striking role rather than a pressing forward. Instead of just running at defenders trying to win the ball back, he's going to stay up there playing on that last line of defence, and hopefully he can get a little bit more further forward and just poach a few more goals. Hopefully starting today. We are favourites for this game, obviously given Bristol City's run of form, but like I say, they've just sacked the manager. In these situations anything can happen, but I am hoping that we can get a good result here today. So very early doors, we've had a reasonable amount of possession, we've had an attempt at goal. There's not been much happening, but Bristol City do have the first highlight of the game here, or they start with the first highlight. Delap's just absolutely leathered it forward looking for Vic. He's just ended up with Vickers, and we're struggling to get the ball back here. They're playing a straight up 4-4-2 formation, and Doherty's played it into Allen here, back to Whaley, and it's in, and it's a brilliant save. Well, I thought it was a save, it's actually just gone over the bar, but I thought Bristol City had the goal there, and it remains 0-0. Rory Delap here with the throw on this right hand side. Looks long into Andy Morrison, and it's Sean Golter. It's a good save from Tombolini. He's come back out to Rory Delap. There's still an opportunity for us here. Danny Murphy into Wright Phillips, and Jamie Pollock. He should have struck it, but he decided not to in the end. And Bristol City are on the break here. Morrison did brilliantly there to just about get his foot onto it, and we managed to hold on to the 0-0 for the time being. In terms of the league table, we are sitting in 14th at the moment as we sit on a draw. A win today would see us move up to 11th place as it stands, and given Bristol City's run of form, we should win, but like I say, the upheaval they've had, who knows what could happen. As Allen gets in behind here, he's behind Pearce, he's past Pollock and he smashes it home. Rory Allen scoring for Bristol City, and again, we are very suspect defensively. I was so disappointed after the Stockport County game, and the fact that we're losing to a team that are right near the bottom of the league, and again our front three are not doing anything at the moment. Wright Phillips with a 6.5, Russell 6.6, Golter with a 6.3, really poor going forward, and yet we're creating so many chances, but once again we're not converting. And here's Jamie Pollock into Paul Robinson now. He needs to put the ball in, and he finds Craig Russell. Back to Jamie Pollock on the edge of the area. It's a brilliant effort, and he's hit the woodwork. And we're having too many shots from distance here. And as you can see, by the match momentum, we've dominated the game, but they've managed to score. And we haven't. It's basically the story of this match at the moment. And Paul Robinson with a ball into the penalty area, looking for Sean Wright Phillips, who does get onto it in the end. He plays it back into Rory Delap here, who gets tackled. It's a penalty here. Doherty has tripped up Rory Delap, and Danny Murphy with the opportunity to equalise right on half-time. He has actually missed a penalty already this season, and he's missed this one as well. Tombolini with the save for Bristol City, and it's not looking good for us. Again, goal scoring is our problem. Sean Wright Phillips with the delivery here. Looks to play it in from the set piece. It's headed away, and by the looks of that, it's going to be a half-time, and it is. Very, very disappointing. I mean, considering the number of chances we've had, I can't believe that we're behind at the moment. We've absolutely dominated, but again, they've just got that goal and they're holding on with it. I'm a little bit disappointed. We need to be doing more. We really do, and I'm not entirely sure how we can go about making any changes at the moment. And Darren Purcell's at the far post, and what a save from Tom Bellini there. Should have been the equaliser, and once again, the goalkeeper is keeping the opposition in the game here. Sean Wright-Phillips again with the delivery. Morrison at the far post. It's headed away by Akinbaye. Craig Russell holds onto it. Now Paul Robinson, Danny Murphy, and it just peters out, unfortunately. We are going to do something a bit drastic here. We need goals. We need to have two up front, I think. We'll stick with Sean Goulter and Wright-Phillips, I think. I'm going to bring Wright-Phillips into there. We'll make him the advance forward, actually, and put Goulter as the deep line forward. We've just got to do something that's a little bit different. We're going to move Russell into an attacking role, and let's have a look. We'll do a Mazzala role for both Parker. In fact, no, we'll leave Parker as he is. Murphy can be a Mazzala, and we'll just see if that helps at all. We have had a highlight there, and again from a set piece, but we've not managed to do anything with it. I'm going to demand more. It's certainly not good enough. We're going to go attacking as well, and hopefully we can just get something on the go here. Paul Robinson into Morrison. Now Jamie Pollock decides to knock it long, and Sean Wright-Phillips could be in behind here. It's Sean Wright-Phillips in behind, and it's a brilliant finish. Sean Wright-Phillips over the top of Tom Bellini. He scores his first goal of the season. It's been a long time coming, but he's managed to get in there, and he's playing up front, of course, remember. But we've got our goal. It's no less than what we've deserved in this game, in my opinion. And we have managed to get an equaliser. Darren Pearce into Rory Delap. Back into Darren Pearce here. Rory Delap again. Good turn from him. He's been brought down. And Doherty looks like he might be getting a second yellow card here. It is. It's a red card. Paul Dalglish has come on for Adi Akinbaye as well. And with the fact that they're down to 10 men, I am hoping that we can take advantage of this. We need a win. We need goals. Sean Goulter again has been poor. But I'm just hoping that he can just get an opportunity and just knock a goal in and just try and get a run of form. As the play gets switched here to Heinola for Bristol City. Into Cummins. He has support ahead of him. Can he find it? No, he can't. Scott Parker does superbly to win possession. And it's into Sean Goulter. He has support in the penalty area if he can find it. He plays it in. It's headed away. Only as far as Rory Delap, though. Rory Delap, wide right. Plays it into Craig Russell. And it's taken a deflection. And it's gone over the bar. And it's out for a corner. So unlucky there. Sean Wright-Phillips now with a set piece. In it comes from Sean Wright-Phillips. Headed clear, but only as far as Craig Russell. Wally to Yates now and back to the goalkeeper Tom Bellini. And he clears away into Allen and now Dalglish. Pollock wins possession. The highlight's continuing here, so we might be getting another chance. And just as I say that, obviously the highlight finishes. Andy Morrison now. It's certainly all City now. We're looking really positive. But can we get that goal to put us in front? Pollock into Danny Murphy. Knocks it over the top here. Craig Russell has support in the penalty area. Decided to go alone. And it's a comfortable save for Tom Bellini. And we're back again with another highlight here. Danny Murphy, Scott Parker, looking over the top. Sean Wright-Phillips didn't even try and challenge for that. He's not exactly good in the air, especially against a big, strong centre-back. But Sean Wright-Phillips has won possession back here, and he's found Sean Goulter. Is this his chance? It is! Sean Goulter, it's only his 5th goal of the season. We have our lead now, and that is a really big boost to our confidence to see Sean Goulter get that goal. Sean Wright-Phillips, I think, has been outstanding since moving up front, and I think we might have a new formation here. Yes, I know Bristol City are down to 10 men, but since we've gone attacking and moved into this formation, we have looked a lot stronger in moving ourselves forward, and we've looked a lot more likely to score as well, having that striking support. Here's Darren Pearce into Rory Delap. Now Jamie Pollock again. Sean Goulter. Back into Pollock. Now Scott Parker. Pollock again. Andy Morrison plays it out wide to Paul Robinson. Paul Robinson moving down this left-hand side. He's past the fullback. Can he get the ball in? No, he can't, but he plays it into Scott Parker. Can he get a delivery? And he can. Toward Goulter at the far post. It's 3-1. And Sean Goulter has actually been given offside there. I thought he was onside, to be honest, but it has been given as offside. We still have our lead, though. And Goulter is on this right hand side with Rory Delap, and he plays it back into Goulter. Has to put in the penalty area. Craig Russell can't make the turn, and it's cleared away. But Darren Percy's quickly in on Allen and finds Jamie Pollock. Now Rory Delap again into the penalty area, looking for Wright Phillips. Cleared away again. It's Scott Parker. What a goal! Scott Parker from 25 yards out. A thunderous strike to beat Tombolini at his near post. What an effort. We've got a strong victory here. We're going to stay in the attacking mentality. Considering we're scoring goals, I'm really happy to see us doing so well. I was going to make some substitutions there, but we're near the end of the game, so I'm just going to leave it be as we go into added time. We've looked really strong, and them being down to 10 men has certainly helped, but we did get our first goal before that, so there's no telling what could have happened without the red card. But I'm really happy with that. A 3-1 win away at Bristol City. We've done really well, and hopefully it can be a turnaround in our form. And I might, to be quite honest, I'm considering playing this formation from the start for a couple of games just to see how we get on, because we look really good in that situation with that diamond in midfield. Hopefully we will be able to sort something out. So in terms of our fixtures for the upcoming matches, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'll play through the rest of this November time. We've got another 5 games in November, so it's going to be quite a busy period. But then in terms of December, we've got 8 matches, including a quarter-final Coca-Cola Cup tie away at Manchester United. So I think what I'm going to do, we're going to play against last season's second division rivals Fulham at home. We'll also have the Cup quarter-final away at Manchester United. So it's going to be a tough run, plenty to get through. Hopefully our form will continue and we can move up the table in the process. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, like I say, we'll get a good run of games in and be ready for the tough games against Fulham and the really, really tough game away at Old Trafford. Thank you very much again, and this is Big Will signing away.